The future of running tech is heading towards something once considered science fiction: real-time injury alerts. Imagine a system that monitors your stride, effort, muscle fatigue, and external stressors as you run, then gives you an immediate warning if you're approaching a danger zone. It could be as simple as a traffic light on your watch. Green means go, yellow suggests caution, and red advises you to stop or slow down. This kind of real-time feedback could revolutionize how runners train, offering a personalized injury risk gauge that adapts with every step. But while the idea is exciting, it also raises serious questions about accuracy, safety, and what these systems can realistically deliver. Current wearables already estimate recovery status or training readiness, but these readings are typically based on static metrics collected before or after activity, like heart rate variability, sleep, or resting pulse. What's new in development is the shift toward live analysis. Algorithms that integrate running mechanics, stride asymmetry, joint loading, terrain changes, and accumulated fatigue to identify when tissue stress is veering into risky territory. These systems would detect patterns, like a subtle change in cadence or a drop in ground contact consistency, and interpret them as early signs of muscular fatigue or potential breakdown. If successful, this approach could serve as a digital coach and safeguard in one. A real-time injury alert might prevent a runner from pushing through early warning signs they don't consciously notice, like a slight limp or hip compensation due to a tight calf. Instead of discovering soreness or inflammation hours later, runners would be prompted to adjust in the moment, perhaps by slowing pace, modifying stride, or ending the session early. For some, this could mean avoiding weeks of downtime from a preventable injury. But the technology is still in its infancy, and there are major challenges to overcome. One issue is false positives, getting a red alert during a hard but healthy workout. Many runners experience temporary biomechanical deviations when pushing intensity or adapting to new stimuli, and a warning that cuts short a good session could disrupt valuable training. On the flip side, false negatives are even riskier. If the system fails to catch subtle injury precursors, runners may rely too heavily on the tech and ignore their own warning signs. There's also the issue of individual variability. What constitutes risky data for one runner may be normal for another. Tissue tolerance, past injury history, bone density, joint stability, and even mental stress levels influence injury risk, and these are notoriously difficult to quantify in real time. For real-time injury alerts to be reliable, they must incorporate machine learning trained on massive individual datasets, and ideally, be calibrated to each runner's unique physiology and training context. Despite these hurdles, the concept remains promising. As motion sensors become more precise and machine learning more adaptive, we may reach a point where wearable tech becomes less about tracking what happened and more about guiding what should happen next. A dynamic, responsive injury alert system could help runners make smarter, safer decisions mid-run, like pulling back before form breaks down, or taking a recovery day based on subtle instability before pain even begins. This vision could reshape how runners view feedback and performance. Instead of seeing tech as a passive recorder of miles and metrics, they'd experience it as a protective partner, part coach, part early warning system. The key will be not to let this technology replace body awareness, but to let it enhance it. The best outcomes will come when data and intuition work together, not when one overrides the other. The future of injury prevention may not lie in waiting for symptoms to appear, but in preventing them before they emerge. Real-time alerts could become one of the most powerful tools in a runner's toolkit if the science, design, and user awareness evolve in sync.